Hershey, Pennsylvania might be most well known for chocolate. However, as of 2011, it is also the home of Troegs Brewing Company and the second most popular Doppelbock in the world, Troegenator. With its award-winning origins dating all the way back to 2006 when it won the Great American Beer Festival's silver medal, Troegenator has taken home a whopping 10 prestigious beer awards, including 6 gold medals at the Great American Beer Festival and World Beer Cup. The beer remains one of the most popular brews for Troegs Brewing Company, along with seasonal favorites like Nugget Nectar and the Mad Elf, as well as its popular year-round IPA, Perpetual. In 2019, the grocery store chain Giant teamed up with Troegs to create Troegenator Beer Cheese to benefit Pennsylvania's dairy farms. Now, the label, featuring a man with a fluffy white beard and flowing shaggy hair with 2 devil's horns and stern-looking eyebrows, is one of the brewery's most iconic, and the brewery even sells a Troegenator Doppelbock t-shirt and a Troegenator metal sign that you can proudly display in your house to scare your kids. About Troegenator, on the Troegs website, it states, "Monks had fasting figured out. No food? No problem. Just drink a Doppelbock." Thick and chewy with intense notes of caramel, chocolate, and some dried stone fruit, Nader, as we call him, serves as a tribute to this liquid bread style. As Troegenator comes into us at 8.2% ABV, it's available year-round on tap at the Troegs Brewery, as well as in bottles and cans. Its color is bronze. As far as the grains go, they use chocolate, Munich, and Pilsner. The hops, they use German Northern Brewer and Magnum and lager yeast. For food pairings, well, it complements squash and pumpkin very well. Also meats on the bone, smoked, cured, and game, corn, vanilla ice cream, and baked fruit. Again, this is from the Troegs website. For a good contrast, you have your bitter greens, raw shellfish, aged cheese, root vegetables, and nuts. Now, in my review posted to YouTube way back on September 11th, 2012, I sported the old school label of the beer and a different look to our shaggy white-haired fiend. I believe the aroma to be a faint malt, but more resembling a lager with perhaps a bit of a chocolate aroma. I noted the strong taste of the beer with heavy roasted and chocolatey notes. At this point of my reviewing career, I had not tried many Doppelbocks, so with that, I gave Troegenator a 7 out of 10. Alright, as you can see, the Troegenator has a bit of a different label from the review that I did some almost 9 years ago or so. That one was a little more fleshed out. This one's a little more sleek, I would say, and the Troegenator sinister guy with the horns looks a little more sinister, I think, in this one than he did in the one from the last iteration, which I think they changed the labels probably 2015, 2016. I could be wrong about that. But I'm really looking forward to tasting this again. I've had Troegenator a few times. I don't know how many times after I did that review 9 years ago. So it's not like I'm tasting it for the first time in 9 years. However, don't really put too much thought into it when I'm just enjoying the beer and not doing it out of a review. Really interested in if I'm going to get that chocolate sensation that I was getting the last time. And knowing that there are chocolate malts in the ingredients of this, which I don't know if I knew that last time when I reviewed it, but definitely smelled it and tasted it. Wonder if that's going to be more forefront. I don't know if the recipe's changed. The ABV is still 8.2%. I think they kept the same recipe. I could be wrong. But let's pour her into this glass and see what we got. And we do have that very ruby, caramelly, malty look to this beer, with a nice, healthy head, as you can see. You can see me right through it. A little bit translucent. Very good. Decent looking beer, for sure. Maybe a little lighter than I was thinking in the look. Doppelbocks, I'm thinking maybe usually a little bit darker. I don't know. Aroma-wise, yep, I'm still getting that malt and a hint of chocolate, so I had to agree with my aroma review from last time. Interesting aroma. Almost a hint of, no, I was gonna say mint chocolate, but not quite. That could be my nose just playing tricks on me, taste-wise. Definitely getting a caramelly taste, which is exactly how I did my what I thought in my last review. Very full, very sweet, extremely sweet. Not really getting too much chocolate. Nor am I getting much toastiness. I think I may have said I tasted a little bit of toastiness, maybe not. But definitely getting a lot of sweetness in this one. I think it's a little amped up on the sweetness, a little bit too much to my liking. The caramel taste is there. It definitely has a taste, and I could see it going better with some darker meats, I guess. I guess vanilla ice cream. I guess I could see that as well. Do I agree with the 7 out of 10 verdict that I had on this? I think I gave it a little bit of a low score, but not by that much. I think I'd revise my review this time to say it's 7.5 out of 10. Decent look to it. Maybe a little darker is what I would want there. Aroma-wise, I want the chocolate amped up a little bit. There was only a hint of it. Taste-wise, too, very, very, very sweet. Tone down the sweetness, amp up the chocolate. Not the sweet chocolate. But a decent representation of the style. It's the second most popular Doppelbock out there, and a good go-to beer, too. And it definitely is a lot of people's go-tos when it comes to Troegs brewing company. So, decent beer, Troegenator, 7.5 out of 10, a little bit higher than I gave it last time.